Throughout history, few leaders have left a mark as profound as Mahatma Gandhi. A symbol of non-violence, resilience and unwavering principles, his leadership continues to inspire us today. Gandhi's impact transcended borders and generations. He showed the world the power of peaceful resistance, of standing up for what you believe in, even when it's difficult, even when the odds are stacked against you. In this video, we'll explore 5 timeless leadership lessons from Gandhi and how you can apply them in your life, in your work, in your community, because these lessons, they're universal. Lesson 1. Lead by example. You know, when I think about Gandhi, one of the first things that comes to mind is his incredible humility. This was a man who walked his talk, who lived the values he preached. He didn't just talk about simple living, he embraced it. He believed in self-reliance, in the dignity of labor, and he demonstrated that in his own life. Think about that for a moment. How often do we see leaders who say one thing and do another? It's all too common, isn't it? But Gandhi taught us something different. He showed us that true leadership starts with ourselves. It's about aligning our actions with our words, about being the change we want to see in the world. And it's not just about grand gestures either. It's about the everyday choices we make, the way we treat others, the way we show up in the world. Are we living our values? Are we being the best versions of ourselves because people are watching? They're always watching. And they learn more from what we do than from what we say. So ask yourself, what kind of example are you setting? Are you inspiring others to be their best selves? Because that's what leadership is all about. It's about lifting others up, empowering them, showing them what's possible. Lesson 2. Nonviolent communication. Now let's talk about conflict. We all face it in our personal lives, our professional lives. It's a part of the human experience. But Gandhi's approach to conflict was revolutionary. He believed in the power of nonviolence, not just in physical actions, but in our words, in our thoughts. Think about that for a moment. How often do we resort to anger, to blame, to hurtful words when we're in conflict? It's easy to get caught up in the heat of the moment, isn't it? But Gandhi challenged us to rise above that. He showed us that there's a different way, a better way. Non-violent communication is about approaching conflict with empathy, with respect, even when it's hard. It's about listening to understand, not just to reply. It's about finding common ground, even when we disagree. And you know what? It's not about being passive or letting people walk all over you. It takes strength, real strength, to respond with kindness in the face of anger, to choose understanding over judgment. So the next time you find yourself in a conflict, take a deep breath. Remember Gandhi's teachings. Choose your words carefully. Listen with an open heart. You might be surprised by the power of nonviolent communication. Lesson 3. Stay focused on the bigger picture. You know, when you think about what Gandhi accomplished, leading India to independence, it's absolutely remarkable. But it wasn't easy. There were setbacks, challenges, moments of doubt. But Gandhi, he never lost sight of the bigger picture. He held on to the vision of a free India, and that's what kept him going. And that's what we have to do as leaders, isn't it? We have to keep our eyes on the prize, on the ultimate goal. Because there will be obstacles, there will be times when we want to give up. But it's in those moments that we have to dig deep to remind ourselves why we started in the first place. What is it that we're working towards? What impact do we want to make? And when we have that clarity, when we stay connected to our purpose, we find the strength to keep going. We find the resilience to overcome any obstacle. Remember, leadership is a marathon, not a sprint. There will be ups and downs, twists and turns, but if we stay focused on the bigger picture, on the positive change we want to create, we can achieve anything. Lesson 4. Empower others. One of the things I admire most about Gandhi was his ability to empower others. He understood that true leadership wasn't about having all the answers, it was about inspiring others to find their own power. Think about the Indian independence movement. It wasn't just Gandhi leading the charge, it was millions of people, ordinary people, who rose up and demanded change. And that's because Gandhi empowered them. He gave them a voice. He made them believe that they could make a difference. And that's what we have to do as leaders. We have to create space for others to shine. We have to delegate, to trust our teams, to give them the opportunity to grow and develop. Because when we empower others, we create a ripple effect of leadership. We inspire those around us to step up, to take ownership, to become leaders themselves. So ask yourself, how are you empowering those around you? Are you giving them the tools and resources they need to succeed? Are you creating a culture of trust and collaboration? Because when we empower others, we unlock their potential and we create a more just and equitable world. Lesson 5. Adaptability in leadership. The world is constantly changing, isn't it? And as leaders, we have to be willing to adapt. We have to be flexible, to adjust our approach as needed. And nobody embodied this principle better than Gandhi. Think about his strategies during the Indian independence movement. He didn't stick to one rigid plan. He evolved, he adapted, he tried new things. From petitions to peaceful protests, he met the moment with creativity and courage. And that's what we have to do as leaders today. We can't be afraid to change course, to try new things, to admit when we're wrong. Because the world doesn't reward those who cling to the past. It rewards those who are bold enough to embrace the future. Adaptability isn't just about changing our plans, though. It's about being open to new ideas, to different perspectives. It's about being willing to listen, to learn, to grow. So ask yourself, are you holding on too tightly to the old ways of doing things? Are you open to new possibilities? Because in a world that's constantly evolving, the ability to adapt is essential for success. Leadership isn't about authority, it's about service, empathy and resilience. Gandhi's lessons remind us that the greatest leaders inspire through humility and purpose. So, how will you lead today? How will you take these lessons, these timeless principles, and make them your own? Because the truth is, we all have the potential to be leaders. In our families, in our communities, in our workplaces. It doesn't take a title or a position. It takes courage, compassion and a commitment to making a difference. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more inspiring stories and lessons from history. See you in the next video.